right, y'all, you know what we do. All right, y'all. Get this camera straight. Yeah, y'all just see me fail miserably. I try to get my basketball practice in. You know, I'm trying to try for this Dykeman League. Okay. Welcome, y'all. I go by Binnie, creative director, if you don't know already. You know, I do these series of videos just discussing certain things that I'm learning as I'm growing as a creative. You know, my journey has been, you know, close to about like 10 years of just figuring out this process. And now when this, you know, this new world of just content, I just really want to be able to, you know, push that forward. Today, we're going to be talking about something based off of a conversation that I had the day before that is super, I just felt like it was super key for us as artists to really recognize. Before we get into it, of course, I'm going to ask you guys to like, comment, subscribe on the page, show support, you know, so I can continue to do these. Also, I'm going to give a word from our sponsor. Of course, you guys know that I'm affiliated with Red Autumn NYC. Please just show support so that we can keep this thing going. Right now, we have a lot of dope merch on the site. At the same time that I'm talking, you're probably seeing a video of a step-by-step process on how to actually purchase some merch off the site, because we need your monies. That's right.
But I think, again, it's the little task. And like here's a prime example. It's the little task that we do consistently. You know, it's being able to set a realistic goal, but something that you can constantly give the market. And I'm going to use your content today, right? That was so lit to watch.
No, it was.
Because I could see you doing that every
every morning.
Right.
Yep.
And to the point where you're maximizing the resource. You're maximizing the studio. You're maximizing the content. You're maximizing the camera. I like the little letters that you put. Like that whole thing was
just turn the camera sideways.
Fire. And that is an example of doing the little day in and day out activities that lead towards success. And I think we have to look at our time as how we spend it as a bank.
All right, y'all, if you're just tuning in, that was me, Rel, and Narcy talking about how time is a commodity. I want to say it again, just in case you might miss it the first time. Time is a commodity, right? So what do I mean by that? We have to understand, and I'm gonna talk not to y'all, but just as a reflection, right? I had to understand that time is something that you can use as a tool, right? Similar to water, right? Where it's like, this thing is gonna flow with or without you. And right now you are observing a moment in the whole spectrum of whatever we're counting up to. Nobody really knows. It's really all relative, you know? And so the way I think of it is, no matter how much technology we have, we truly can't, you know, we really can't create water, right? And we were able to control water in a sense, but it's going to continue to flow whether we like it or not. As a matter of fact, to stop its flow is to end everything, right? And that's sort of how time works. What we were talking about in the video was, first of all, understand that you're observing time, and it's really about observing that this thing time exists and being able to master the time that you have on this earth, or better yet, maximize every second that you have on this earth and put intention to every second that you have on this earth. Now, granted, this isn't something that everybody is just gonna be able to do off rip. You're gonna waste time here and there, right? It's like energy. It's like anything else, you know. Not every drop of time is gonna be used on something productive, right? It's just not humanly possible. But the idea is, the more you understand that, the more you can kind of take control of those circumstances. So one of the things he said in the video was, okay, if I think of time as a bank, again, putting perspective and relativity on time, if I think of time as a bank, I understand that every day I wake up, right, I get about $60 within that hour, right? And I can either spend it to then just spend it, or I could spend it to actually gain me something in return, or double it or triple it, however you want to think of it. Or better yet, you're trading in your time for either goods, services, or other forms of currency. And so he says, you know, if I have $60 within that hour, what am I gonna put it towards so that it always comes back to me, or has a fair exchange of something that I need or want, right? So use me for an example. What I do is, with my time that, you know, I'm not out here promoting or actually doing a task like engineering or producing or being a creative director, I'm using that time to then make content which then I can put out into the world, and then hopefully people will see me and I'll have exposure and I'll be able to document my story, right? Which is super important for people to realize it, see what you're doing, and actually be able to come in and you know, make use of it. If I know it sounds crazy, but that's really what it is. And so that's why he used what I'm doing these days as an example of how I'm using my time compared to how I used to use it before. And also to not think so linear about time, right? To not be like, I can only do one task at a time, and then I have to spend all that time within that one task until it's complete. You know, we invented or we discovered the computer microchip processor. And so what that allows a computer to do is to, especially depending on how many cores you have, allows you to have like 1, 2, 3, 4 people, if you know, want to compare it as such or parallel it as such, to work at the same time. Our mind can work very similar, where it's like, okay, I'm doing, let's say for example, right now I'm waiting for a session, right? My homegirl, G Major, super dope artist. And instead of just sitting there waiting for her, doing things that just like aren't productive, I said, you know what, let me come to the court, let me shoot around a little bit, put it on camera, and then make a content piece about that to then bring you to this content piece where I'm actually talking to you guys about time being a commodity. All in the while waiting for her to come by so that we can get work done together on her music, and then use another hour in order to be able to help me with my music, because she also has skills that she can that can be leveraged, right? This is how you maximize time and resources to the best of your ability. And really it's a matter of information. So I understand that this mindset is not privy to a lot of people, but then again, this is why I do these videos, so that, you know, I can teach people who are like me, who are open to this information and receiving this information, but just haven't hasn't have it delivered in a way that is digestible to them. And so this is what I'm. So again, y'all, that's it for my video today. It was real short and sweet. I just wanted to do these videos to get better at talking and expressing how I feel and expressing my perspective to the world in a more efficient way. And so far it's been working very well, getting a very good response from people who are watching these videos and enjoying the videos and enjoying my comments, and it's so dope. So I want to continue doing these. I'm just pretty much, they're coming out every single day, and that's the best way I know how to do things right now. Again, maximizing my time and my resources and what I have. This is all shot off of a cell phone, as you can see. Sometimes I use the other camera. It just depends on what's at hand. But the Gary Vee says it best. It's not so much about quality right now. It's more so about quantity. The quality will come with time, right? Because with time, you're only going to progress, and how you choose to progress is ultimately up to you.